might feel like the task ahead of you is so big. How am I going to be able to do the thing God's promised me or called me to do? Because it seems like the obstacles and the hindrance and the enemy is so much bigger than what I have going on inside of me or available to me. I understand that. I think everybody is experiencing a portion of that reality. But I think about this. We are not called to cohabitate with our giants. We are called to take our giants. We are called to go into our promised land and take the things that God's told us is ours. And we're not called to back down. We're not called to be in fear. We're not called to serve fear and faith at the same time. We have to choose. What kind of people are we going to be? What kind of woman am I going to be? And that decision I am faced with every single day, as you are. We are faced with the reality that our normal is not coming back, that what we've had in the past may not be what we have in the future. But one thing we know is that God is for us. And if he is for us, who can be against us? And we start to ground ourselves in that reality. And I want to teach you today about facing your giants. I want to teach you about some things that I'm walking out in my own life right now. And I want to help you in the same ways that I'm learning how to do this. I want to help you learn to do the exact same thing in your life. The other day, I was getting groceries and I came home. And my third son, Grayson, is sitting on the floor of the garage and he's playing his video game. And I look at Grayson and he smiles at me and I go, "Oh, hi, Grayson." And he waves and I go into the kitchen and I start unloading these bags. Well, I hear some screaming upstairs, but I assume because we have 4 sons, the other 3 are upstairs doing something fun or they're, playing some kind of, violent game that has screaming and yelling and all those things. And so I am unloading the groceries and all of a sudden my phone rings. And so I pick up my phone and my phone on the front of it's a phone call from my eldest son, Judah. Judah, who's upstairs with his 2 other brothers. And I pick up the phone and I go, "Judah, what's going on?" And he goes, "Mom, Grayson locked us in the office. We've been upstairs for an hour locked in the office." I'm like, "Oh, he didn't." You see, we converted an outdoor patio off our bedroom into an office, but we didn't switch out that outdoor lock. And so you can still lock somebody in the office because we haven't switched those doors out yet. So I run upstairs and I unlock the door. And no sooner did I unlock the door, the boys barge through that door and go running after Grayson. And I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Grayson, you're probably going to get a little bit of retaliation. I love you, but it wasn't smart to lock your brothers upstairs for an hour while mom was gone shopping." I was thinking about that reality. Like so many of us think that if we can just lock our giants in a room, lock our enemy in a room, that we'll be safe. But here's the reality. If we don't deal with our giants in a way where we render them powerless and we know what kind of power is residing on the inside of us, then there'll be a moment when that door gets unlocked and the enemies that we have tried to cohabitate with will no longer treat us safely, kindly, or even at a distance. The enemy of our soul, the enemy of our lives, the demonic realities that want to come and take us out, we've got to be aware and alert that we are in a battle.